one I'd like to know.
I'd like to know, exactly.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
too. So I completely agree with that. Alrighty, so it did went through. So I'll go ahead and make you host now. I appreciate it, Miss Cindy, and I
Okay.
hope you have a great session.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you so much.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
Hey, Charlie, how are you? Give it a few more minutes to let everybody get in and we'll get started. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Everybody hear me okay? All righty. We have Lester with us from Get Set Up. He's going to be co-hosting in case you guys have any questions or audio issues or issues with Zoom or anything like that. So we'll get started here. This is a session on Audible and how to use audible.com. So we'll get started here, and the class will consist of a little bit of PowerPoint slides, and then we're going to jump out on the internet and look at a couple of really good links that'll be helpful for you guys if y'all decide to use Audible. And then we're actually going to look at Audible and including on the phone or iPad, whatever, on a second device in case you're using the app. So let me get everything set up here. Get ready to go. I'm going to share the screen here with PowerPoint and have a little bit, just a little bit to say about Get Set Up before we get going. Hopefully you can all see my screen here. And this is, as I said, using Audible, and Audible is basically an online bookstore for audiobooks. So a little bit about Get Set Up. Get Set Up, of course, helps you guys learn, all of us actually, use useful skills from people like ourselves so that we can be more productive in life. And I appreciate you if you have your camera on. I appreciate you anyway if you don't. But it's fun to see everybody interact as we go through the class. But if you don't want to share your screen, I certainly understand. There's days where I wish I didn't have to share mine either. Bad hair day or something like that. This class is being recorded. And if you would like a copy of this class, you can get it on by emailing help@getsetup.io right here. And I will try and remember to include that in a follow-up email that I'm going to go. And I want to say also that Get Set Up, we mentioned a lot of different products and services, and we don't get any kind of kickbacks or anything from doing that. So a little bit about the Get Set Up community. Some of y'all I know have taken classes before, many classes in fact. Help us spread the word about Get Set Up. If you have would like to host an interest group, let us know via email. If you have something that you're very passionate about and would like to host an interest group, we're always looking for people to help us do that too. And again, as I said before, you can request a copy of this session, a recording of it. And I will also say this class is being live streamed on the Get Set Up TV part. So just to let you know that you're out there being live streamed. So that's always a fun thing. So this is just a sample of the class notes that you'll get from follow-up. We'll have some key takeaways that I'll send you, just some basics about what you're going to learn in the class today. I'll also send you something that has some suggestions on some other classes that you may be interested in. And I will also send you, it will have a link to feedback where you can leave us feedback. You can rate the session itself. You can rate the guide. And you can also down here free text and put in anything you'd like about other classes you'd like to see, things like that. I think the stars default to a 4, but you can rate us a 1 if you want. You can rate us a 5 if you want, whatever. So you'll see those class notes after we get done with the class. Any questions so far? Okay, so here's the agenda for today. We'll talk about what Audible is and kind of go through how it works. We're going to talk firstly about the different various membership plans that you can choose and what comes with those membership plans. We'll go out there and actually navigate the site or the app if you use the app too. Then we'll do a little class wrap up. Now I will say, let me undo the share for just a minute and find out, are any of you actually already using Audible? You can say yes or raise your hand or whatever you want to do. Okay. Those of you that are using Audible, are you using the app or are you using it on a computer?
The
app with the iPad or iPhone or Android or something like that. Okay. And most people do use it via app simply because there's a, I'm sorry, I was looking at a question in chat. Simply because since they're audiobooks, everybody uses them when they're out there walking, exercising, whatever. So it's nice to be able to use the app. So let me take a look here and see. Oh, okay. I took care of that. So now that I have a little bit of an idea about that, let me go back to my screen share here and just back where we were. Also, as we go through the class, we have a relatively small class. So if you want to keep yourself unmuted, you can ask a question at any point in time. If we start getting too much background noise or anything, I'll go ahead and mute everybody. And then if you have a question or something, go ahead and just speak up and ask. For a small group class like this, it's great if you have a question as we're talking about something, feel free to go ahead and ask. You don't have to wait till later in the class or anything like that. Just go ahead and ask questions as they come up. Sometimes that's the best way to learn. So we did a prior knowledge check. I kind of know where everybody is with this. So a little bit here about what is Audible. Now, Audible is an Amazon company. It does not come with a Prime membership, though. If you're a Prime Amazon member, it does not include the Amazon Audible. Audible offers a wide range of content, including radio and TV programs, podcasts, books, and basically it's best known for its offering of what used to be called books on tape or books on CD or something like that. So it's basically the same thing. So there's different membership plans that we'll talk about. They always run a free trial plan, and this would be great for you to go out there and do after you go through the class and see what all Audible can do for you. And then if you're interested, go ahead and sign up for the free trial. You get a month for free. You can always go in and make yourself a calendar reminder to make sure you cancel before the month's up if you opt not to go ahead and join. So that said, we're going to jump in and take a look at some of the plans. The first plan they have is called an Audible Plus plan, and this is what you get when you sign up for a trial plan. You get to access the entire Plus catalog. Now, the Plus catalog includes a lot of things that Audible themselves, they've got authors and people that do things just for Audible. So there are books available and things on Audible that you can't get anywhere else. So that's kind of the plus part. Then there's a selection of the originals. There's a lot of audiobooks, tons of audiobooks, podcasts, a lot of really good podcasts out there. Not sure if any of you guys listen to podcasts, but I got totally hooked into one of them that I was just reading about. It was very good. It was, and I just finished it up. It was a series of about 6 or 8 podcast about a man back in the 90s. He started a phone line, I believe in New York. I can't remember. And it was a phone line for people. It was called the Apology Line. And it was a phone line for people to call in just to give an apology to somebody they'd wronged maybe, or something they'd done wrong or something like that. But it was really interesting. So this is your trial plan right here. And this basic plan is $7.95 a month. So that's what you can get for $7.95 a month. And if you sign up for a free plan, you'll get a month of this for free. And we'll take a look at what else out there for you to see when you're on the trial plan too. So this is something called the Audible Premium plan. And what this includes is it includes everything that's in the Plus catalog. Plus, at the beginning of each month, you get 1 credit, and you can use that credit to buy just about any title from their entire premium library section. So by being a member, you get 1 credit a month, and you can purchase any book out there that you want. It doesn't have to be an Amazon original or Audible original. It can be any book out there that you want. Now, some of the ones I will say that are maybe one of the latest and greatest New York Times bestseller or something, they may cost a little bit more than what your credit is worth. But generally speaking, I've purchased books up to $25, $27 off of the credit. Also, I just want to say, with all transparency, sometimes these pricings change. So if you go out there maybe 2-3 months down the road and see something different, it could very well be just because they've changed their pricing plans or trying to promote it in a different way to where more people will go through the trial plan and hopefully sign up. I try to keep this updated, but stuff can change so quickly. So for basically $14.95 a month, this is what you get. You get that 1 credit, 1 free credit. You get it at the beginning of the month. You can use it to buy any book that you want. So here's the Audible Premium Plus plan. And what this does is it costs $22.95 a month, but you get 2 credits each month right at the beginning of the month. So it includes everything that you see. You get to access the Plus catalog. And then you get those 2 credits. So that's the difference there, is you get the 2 credits as opposed to the 1 credit. Okay. Now there are yearly plans available if you so desire. They have the Audible Premium Plus annual where you get 12 credits. And you get these 12 credits right up front. You don't have to wait month by month in order to get the credit. So that's kind of one of the advantages of the yearly plans. And right now you can get it $119.50 for your first year. And this is paid up front. It's not a monthly thing. That's my understanding. So they do have a kind of, I'll say, a sale for your first year, and then it's $149.50 a year thereafter. And then here's one that basically just doubles what this one is. This is the Audible Premium Plus annual with 24 credits, meaning that if you join this one and pay it up front, you get 24 credits, and you get those right up front. You can use it any time you want. You don't have to wait till the beginning of the month. You can use all 24 of them right up front if you want. Of course, this plan is more expensive. They've got a sale on right now for $229.50 a year, which you're saving about $45, $46 over the basic plan if you played it out monthly. So that's kind of an advanced plan that they have there. Okay, so let's go out. I'm going to show you a couple of links that are really good to give you more information, and we'll include some of the stuff we're going to talk about. And then we'll actually look on the website and see how it works. Okay, any questions up till now? Any questions from maybe anybody that's using Audible and has questions about how to use it or way to find things or anything like that? Bonnie, Shirley, y'all have any questions so far? I know y'all are already using it, so.
I have trouble downloading sometimes. My Audible will go onto my Mac, but not my phone. And I would like for them to go to all of them.
Yeah, and it should. That may be something you may end up contacting Audible, because it should. Okay. It should sync on all of them. Now, I'm not real familiar with Macs. I don't use one myself, but is the problem more on your Mac or on your other device?
Well, it's been since I've changed computers.
Oh, okay.
I bought a new computer and new phone in the last 6 months. So
okay.
That's probably the cause of it.
Do you have an Android phone?
No, it's a Mac phone or
Mac phone, okay.
iPhone. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you have downloaded the app on the iPhone, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's a very good question. And I'm going to make myself a note to go out and just check and see if there are differences or anything. It may be that I have a help page I'm going to show you, and it may be that it has the answers to some of your questions on that
Okay,
help
thank you.
page.
I signed up for the trial method and I got it downloaded on my app, and there was so much stuff on there. And then I saw you were doing this class. I said, I'll wait until I
Yeah.
take the class.
There is a lot of stuff, and when you're
Yeah.
on, it's very busy looking when you get on it. The website runs just about the same, but I'm going to show you how to get around it and how to make sense of all of it. So I'm going to actually hook my iPhone up to the computer here where you guys can see the screen.
Okay.
All right, great. That'll give me a good idea of where we need to go here with what we're about to do on the web. So let me go out and share this screen and rearrange a couple of things here. So I'm going to send you this link. This is just a basic everything about the memberships so that you'll have it all in one place. It talks about each individual one that we talked about, and we'll answer questions there. So I'll send you this link in the follow-up email for those of you that don't already have an account or a trial with Audible. Then here's the Help Center. And this will be very helpful for you as you scroll down here. Here's all the different topics that there are that you can go through. Here's tells you a little bit about the Plus catalog when you click on the first one here. And all of these are clickable links. You can go down all the rabbit holes here to learn more about credits, how to listen titles in the Plus catalog. I mean, each one of those is a whole nother link that you can click on and get even more information. Okay. Explains here what the Plus catalog is. Let's just click on that one for a minute. Plus catalog to give Audible and Audible Premium members more of what they love. I will say there is also a different type of membership. I just saw this today for children that have children's stories in it. And it may be on this link somewhere, but you can investigate that too if you'd like. So going back to the help page, you can actually cancel and pause your account. This will tell you about how to go about canceling, but let's say you're gonna pause your account for a couple of months because you're not really gonna have time to read the way that you want. You'll probably already have plenty of reading to keep you busy because you can get so much, but you can pause it or cancel it at any time. If you download a bunch of books and then want to go ahead and pause it until 6 months down the road before you give you time to read the books that you've already gotten, you can do that too. So, and this will all tell you about exactly how to pause it, how to unpause it, if you cancel it, how to go back and open it back up again and things like that. All right. So yes, go ahead. I'm sorry, you're muted. Was that Mia? Was that you? I can't hear you. Okay, Mia, if you get your audio figured out, can
you hear me?
Yes, you're kind of cutting in and out, but go ahead.
With Audible, can you permanently keep the books that you download?
Mia, you cut out awfully bad. Can you type that in the chat and I'll answer it that way? Okay. All right. As soon as I get it, then I'll back up to your question. Okay, so here's a section on troubleshooting. Bonnie, this may help you out as far as a Mac goes. Let's just see what the topics are out there. You can actually enable audio on your Waze app. So if any of you drive a lot and use the Waze app, you can also listen to Audible while you're doing that. Let's see. What devices can I use? Okay, there's something WhisperSync, and I, for the life of me, cannot remember. Let me see. WhisperSync, cannot for the life of me remember what that is. It has to do with, it's not for people that have special needs. I'll include that. I'll include that in my follow-up email. Explain what
WhisperSync meshes with Kindle, I think.
That's it. That's exactly what it is. Yes, you're right. WhisperSync is, you're right. That's the one that that Kindle uses. Thank you, Bonnie. I appreciate that. I can never remember what it's for. I need to just put a sticky up here on my computer. So let's go back and take a look at, here's returns. You can actually do returns. So here's all the different information on returns of any articles or anything that you get. Going back again, this talks all about your credits. It explains everything about your credits. What type credits do you have? What is a credit? Let's just look at that real quick, see what it says about a credit. This tells you all about credits here that you can purchase. Now this says you can purchase any book regardless of price. So that's something that has changed, because sometimes there were books, sometimes books may cost like, $50, $60. And you would have to pay a little bit extra because that credit wouldn't cover it all. So I guess that's something that they've changed, because there are competitors out there with Audible. Audible's just, it's been around since actually 1993, I believe is what I read, which is a very long time. And the computers have come such a long way since then. So going back to the last part of the help page, I believe it talks about the library. This just tells you all kinds of information about your library. So this help page will be very helpful to you, and I will send you that link also. Let me see here. Let's see. Let me double check the chat and see if I can find what Mia's question was. Okay, I see a question from Bonnie. What is Waze? W-A-Z-E. Waze is actually a navigation app for, like, I live in Houston, Texas, and for driving around the city, it'll tell you if there are stalls ahead or accidents ahead, so that you can reroute yourself. It's a GPS type thing. That's exactly what Waze is. So while you're listening to Audible, it actually will sync with Waze. What Waze will do is, if there's something you're driving along and you have it turned on, it will tell you, 3.5 miles ahead, there's an accident or something like that. I use it every now and then when I was still working, because I drove like all the way across town here in Houston. So that's what Waze is. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Mia her question was, can you keep the books that you download permanently? Yes, you can. Those don't go away if you cancel or pause your membership. I was a member about 1.5 years ago. Then I stopped because I just didn't have time to read the books that I downloaded. And then I actually rejoined when I started creating this class, and all of my previous books were still there. So they stay right there in your account.
Can you access those even if you're not an active member?
You should be able to, because I've always been able to, even though I wasn't paying or had canceled or whatever. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so there's your help page. Let's see how we're doing on time here. And then lastly, here's another link. No, I'm sorry. This is just Audible. When we go to audible.com on the website, on the computer, here's audible.com, what you see. Now, this stuff across the top here, this changes almost every day. Suggestions, and sometimes it'll be suggestions based on books that you've already downloaded. You can scroll through these on the phone right here. You can these are just suggestions for you based on your previous reading. As you scroll down, there are all kinds of topics. These are things that are already in my library right here. And so this is, I'm sorry. These are suggestions based on things that are already, some of the books that are already in my library. Then here you have trending biographies, memoirs. You can go through here, scroll through all of these and see, these are most popular ones. These are not by any means all that you can get. These are just some of the most popular ones that people happen to be downloading right now and reading or listening to. You scroll down, here's, this is something new. I've not seen this. So this is something that you can listen to right here. You can just click on it and actually I need to share my sound here. I'm so sorry. I forgot to do that when I shared originally. So let's just see what this says. Hopefully y'all will be able to hear it.
Hi, Audible listeners. I'm Cosmopolitan's Beauty Director, Julie Wilson, and today I am excited to be here with my friend, a mentor, an auntie, the legendary, the most amazing woman, one of the most amazing.
So that's something special that they've just thrown in there today. So there's all kinds of little cool things that you can go in there and listen to. Here's some of the coming soon, things that are becoming soon. Here's category of what's trending now in the Audible Plus catalog. Again, you can scroll through any of these and see all the different things there. Then based on popular searches that people are doing in Audible, here's a whole bunch of other books that are recommended. These are just, there's so much that you can see right here that you can get. And the ones that have included, this means they're for free. They're included in your membership plan. So you can go in and listen to any of them anytime that you want. As you notice here, some of them are free. Some of them are included and some of them aren't. These are actually the podcasts that are trending right now. You can go through here and see the most popular podcasts that are trending. I don't know if y'all are very familiar with podcasts. I believe Get Set Up offers a class on podcasts, but generally speaking, there are groups of anywhere from maybe 15 to 45 minutes or an hour, little cast sessions that you can listen to. And they're really kind of handy. If you're going out for a walk, it takes you about 45 minutes. You can listen to a whole session, something like that. So, and down here on the computer, here are all the different other things that you can click into for more information. About here it actually talks about WhisperSync. There is an Audible blog out there, so you can click on any of these that you want. Here's a contact us, Bonnie. This might be helpful for you. It's right at the very bottom on the home page.
Okay.
I would assume it pulls up. So yeah, it just pulls up. It looks like it's self-explanatory to go through and find out, see if you can't contact them and find out what the issues are. But I'm also going to do some research for Mac because we have a lot of Mac users. If you click on at the bottom here, your account details, I know I've not checked it on here, but all the things that it should be able to tell you. It tells you how many credits you have. The membership tells you what you have access to with the membership that you have. And then of course, here's your same menu at the bottom. Here's a credit summary, payments, where you're at with your payments, settings. Let's take a look at settings here. Listener profile, preferences. I've never even been into settings here. But anyway, that's your account. So we'll go back here, back another page. See if that will get me back. Here we are. So here we are at the beginning again. Now, what I'll say, let's look at something and see how a download works. Let's say one of these books is included. Here's something on patent. And as you hover over the picture to the right, you see the little pop-up and it tells you all about the box. It shows you your ratings. I'm sorry, I can't move the mouse. It shows you your ratings, gives you a little bit of summary about it, and then gives you a comment down below at the bottom of it. Here's another one. If you look at The Longest Winter, it tells you what it's about, gives you the ratings, how many people have rated it, that gives you a little history. I mean, a little bitty segment of what the book is about, with another disclaimer there at the bottom. It talks about a lot of foul language in it, so they get rated at a 1. So you can see any of these, you can just hover over and see what it's about. If you find something that looks interesting, and you can say, gee, that looks interesting, let's see what it's about. So let's go up here. Let's say we want to actually listen to one of these. And let's say the one with patent, I actually want to get that one. So if I click on it, here's what happens. It pulls it up. It says, shows you what other things that people enjoyed that read this book. And here's your options. You can play it right now. I'm going to click play and you'll hear how they all start.
This is Audible.
Blackstone Audio presents Patton, a Biography by Alan Axelrod.
Y'all hear that? Did you? Okay, so that's kind of how they all start. Let me move up here and close that out. I'm going to show it now. If I want to add it to my library, and actually there's more options on here too. You can go ahead and buy it outright. Let me see. I thought that was one that was included. It is. But if you didn't have that plan, into more options. You can actually go in and buy it outright. You could add it to a cart. You can add it to a wish list. You can create a wish list where if people want to gift you a book, they can do that. I had my family do that for me a couple of years ago. You can actually write a review, and then you can give it as a gift to someone else if you so desire. So you can click on any of these. Then if you want to add it to your library, you would click here. Now here's how Audible works. If you don't add it to your library and you're listening on your phone or your iPad or something, you're actually using your data. You have to be connected to a wireless network somewhere, and you're using your data depending upon your data plan. If you download it to your library, it means you're taking it from the audible.com, and it will be permanently on your phone or your iPad, and you're not using your data or anything. It's just like saving a movie to your phone or something like that. So if you have plans to get in the car and travel and listen to them, download them into your library and get them on your device. Okay? That's where you can actually listen to them offline. So if we want to add this to our library, here's what we do. We click add to the library, and all of a sudden it will say in your library. So if I go up here to the top, across the top here, and click on library, this shows everything that's in my library. Here it is right here. So it's already in my library that quick. Okay. Now there's one thing that's just a little bit different, and let me see if I can, let me hook up my phone here and I'll show you one thing that's just a little different. There's kind of a two-step thing that you have to do when you're using the app. So let me see if I can share the screen that has my phone on it, and if you guys can see it. Can everybody see my phone there in the middle of the screen? Okay. So let me get in here. Here is my Audible app right here. So I tap on that. Actually was connected to the internet. I don't know what happened here. Let me double check my settings and see if it kicked me off for some reason. Oh, I'm good. So, okay. So looking at the bottom here, let me move some other things around here. Here is my library. I've got home, and I'm on my home page right now on the phone. Here's my library. This is Discover, where I'll show you that one too. And then here is also the profile, which has some good information in it too. So on the home page, on the bottom down here where the menu is, I'm going to click or tap on library. So I tap on library. And if you notice right up here, here's the book we just downloaded on my app. However, it's not downloaded on my app yet, because see how it's grayed out? And you see this little bitty down arrow here? If I tap on that down arrow, there it is. It's actually downloading now to my phone. So I don't have to be connected to the internet or anything. I'm good to go. I can click on it right here. Well, it should be. Not sure why it's not letting me play it, but if you click on it, like let's look at any other book that I have here. Let me see here. Well, it's because I'm clicking and not using. If I tap on it, I'm on the phone. I forget. If I tap on it here, there it is at the bottom. So now it's playing down here. And I'm gonna go ahead and tap on it and pause it. So that's the step that you have to remember. Once you download it, and you can download it on your phone also and add it to your library, but make sure if you see it picture grayed out, there'll be a little arrow beside it, and you have to actually tap that arrow to download it. So let's go back on the phone here. I tap the home screen, and let's find something else that I want to listen to. Let's see. Here's something called Reflection right here. So I'm going to tap on that, and I can either play it, add it to library, or there's my more options. So I'm going to say add it to library. I'm going to tap on that. And now it says, thank you. Your title is being delivered to your libraries. It may take a few minutes. So I'm going to go to my library down here. I tap on my library, and we'll see if it's in there yet. Not yet. Here it is. It just popped up. Okay. So it's on my phone, but I haven't downloaded it yet. So I got to tap the little download arrow. And when I download it, here we go. It's downloading it, and now it's on my phone. So I can go for a walk. I don't have to be connected to the internet. I won't be using my data or anything. I'll just be listening to it. It's like downloading a song on your phone. It's just another audio title or audio format that you're listening to. Okay. Any questions on that? I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of the class by using the app, simply because I know that's what most people are going to be doing, because audiobooks are generally listened to while you're not at your computer. You're
I
out
have a
gardening or
question.
doing something else. Sure, go right ahead.
How do you then get it off? I was in a book club and I've got lots of books on my phone that I have read and would love to get off of
Okay.
there.
Okay, let's take a look. Let's look at patent here. And I believe if you tap on the three dots, it pulls up a bigger menu. And if you go on down here, it says remove from library. So if I tap remove from library, it just took it away and it's no longer in my library. Does that help?
That does. Thank you.
Okay, pretty easy to do. So I'm going to go ahead and on another one, just click on it and we can go through and look. Here's all the stuff you can do just by tapping on those three dots beside something. This will give you a little bit about the book details. You can rate it, review it yourself. You can mark it as finished, because Audible will actually track how many books you've finished. If you're an Apple Watch person, you can sync it to your watch. You can add it to your favorites. You can create a collection of different types of books. You can add it to that. You can remove it from the library totally, or you can remove it from your device. Okay. So let me see here. I'm sorry, I thought that was something from someone in our Get Set Up classes. So I'm going to go ahead and tap and get out of that. And here I am back to my library. So this is all the stuff in my library. I'm going to go back down here to the bottom and tap on home again. And looking at the rest of the menu down here, I'm going to go and tap on library again and look at the library. If you see up at the top here, it says podcasts, genres, collections. Then it says all titles. Here I can tap on not started. This shows me all the ones I have that I've not even started. This will show me all the ones that I have started that I'm kind of in the middle of. And then recent. If I go in there, I can actually sort things where I see the books in order according to this, whether the recent, or I want them to see, okay, which one's going to take me the longest to read, the titles, author, release date, who the narrator is. As you listen to more and more books, you'll learn some of the narrators that you really like more than others, and you can go out and actually look to see who narrates what books and get those books. So that's all about your library. Now, actually, I'm going to skip the Discover right here, and I'm going to go over to Profile. And so if I tap on Profile, this is kind of an interesting thing too. It's kind of fun. If you tap on Listening Time, it tells you how many hours and minutes you've listened. And I'm not sure why mine is not syncing yet, because I've listened to a ton of stuff. If I tap back here on Profile and go back, make sure y'all are all seeing all of that. If I tap on Listening Level right here, I'm sorry, wrong one. Listening level. It tells me, okay, I'm a newbie and a novice. I'm actually at the novice level. To get to the professional level, I have 37 hours to go. To be a scholar, I have 187 hours more to go. And then for a master, 437 hours to go. So that just kind of keeps up with, if you're really an avid book reader or listener, that keeps up with that. So I'm going to go back a screen, go down here to badge collection. This is kind of fun because based on what you've read, it'll take you through different badges that you get. Everything from collector, nibbler, weekend warrior, 7-day stretch. I think these are the badges that I've earned from stuff that I've read. So it's just kind of a fun thing there. So go back down here is your help and support, customer support. You can tap on that if you need help. And here's some of the topics. This is actually that link that I'm going to send you that we looked at on the computer. Here's all the topics right here. You can tap on any of those and it'll pull up. I'll tap on troubleshooting and it pulls up all the same stuff that we just looked at on the computer. Okay, so that's what the profile at the bottom of the page takes you to. So now I'm going to tap on Discover right here. And this is where you can go in and just look at everything that's out there, tons of stuff. You can go in and just look at all of the Audible originals. If you look up top here, you can just pull up podcasts. Here's a cool one, the Sleep and Meditation. This is some really cool stuff. If you have trouble falling asleep at night, you can scroll through here and look at some of the things that they have you can listen to. Oceans, a little bit of stuff from meditation, all kinds of things down here. Let's see. Let's pull up one of them and see. let's see what this one is all about. So, and again, you can add it to your library by doing the same things that we went through earlier. Let's see what this one says. And as you can see, it's 25 minutes right here.
Find a comfortable seat with a relaxed spine. Relax your neck and your shoulders.
So there's all kinds of things you can do to help you relax, fall asleep, things like that. Then as you scroll on down through the discovery, here's bedtime stories, things in here, good to listen to when you fall asleep. Here's some that are just sounds. These are fun. Atlantic, ocean, rainforest, all kinds of really cool things here. Here's another section. Deep relaxation session here. Morning meditations here. These are so useful, so helpful. Morning music to start your day. Here's another thing all related to sleep. So this is really, really cool section there. I'm scrolling back up to the top. So going back to the Discover tab, when you hit the Discover tab on the bottom, back up top here, you can browse by mood. Here's some popular listens, or you can just scroll down the page and see what all's out there. Here's some categories you can type on if you like mysteries. You can tap on mysteries, pulls up all kinds of cool things that are mysteries. And again, some of them are included. All you have to do is tap on them and you can download them to your phone or to your iPad, whatever you prefer. So also, if there's a book that I've been wanting, maybe I want to purchase something and I know the name of it that I want to purchase, and it's on the New York Times bestseller list. I just tap right up here. I'm sorry, let me go back. Right up here at the top. Oh, sorry, the little icon here for the search. When you tap that, it pulls up your search bar, and you can start typing anything in here that you want, looking for books, and it'll pull up. Let's say we're looking for the Rose Code. Oops. And hit enter, and it should pull it up. It tells you, here it is right here. Tells you a rating on it, and you can download it, whatever you want to do with it. So that's your Discover tab. That's how you find all the other things that you may want to purchase. Okay, questions so far before I confuse you any further? No, you're good? Okay. All right. Now, let me go back to my library. I tapped on it at the bottom on my phone here. And I'm going to go up to Killing the Rising Sun. And I'm going to tap
July
on that.
25th, 1945.
And it starts playing. I want to show you something that you can do on the app. You can't really do it on the computer, but on the app, if you tap on the picture of the book you're listening to, it actually pulls up something that looks like this. And what you can do with this, let me move something around here. You can go 30 minutes back, or 30 seconds back, or 30 seconds forward. If you heard something you listened to and you're like, wait, I didn't catch that, you can click on it and it'll take you 30 seconds back or forward, whichever way that you want to go. Okay. Another thing you can do is, if you notice, it's got a sleep timer down here. So you can actually start listening to the book. If you tap on the sleep timer, you can pull it up and set the sleep timer for however long you want. A lot of times I listen to the radio falling asleep, and I'll set it for 30, 45 minutes. Depending upon how quickly you fall asleep, you can go in and set this, and you can listen to it as you fall asleep. When you wake up the next morning, you can go back 30 seconds a couple of times and see what you remember, and you can pick up where you left off. So that sleep timer is a really handy thing to have here. Okay. Clip, let's see. Let's tap on clip and see what that does. So you can actually, let's see, clip and bookmark. So you can actually bookmark where you're at. So I guess if you wanted to bookmark it where you were at, where you went to sleep, so that you could remember, then you could use that the clip down there in the bottom right-hand corner. If you want to look at the chapters, you remember what chapter you're on, you want to go back to it. Here's your chapters, and it tells you the time frame.
Late 18.
Tells you
10.
the time frame.
Los Alamos, New Mexico.
Each one
April
of them.
22nd, 1945, 5 p.m.
Go ahead and turn that off. So that will show you the different chapters there. This is something that's kind of, sometimes people like to listen at a different speed than what they're already listening at. You can change the speed of it. If you tap down here on speed, you can set it for whatever we want. It's right now, it's currently on regular. This is your regular speed. If you want to slow it down, let's tap on the 0.8 and listen.
The most dangerous man in the world is celebrating his 41st birthday. Sipping on a dry gin martini, the eccentric and brilliant physicist.
You can also tap on it and you can speed it up if you'd like. Let's tap on the 1.2 and see what it sounds like.
J. Robert Oppenheimer moves from conversation to conversation in the living room of his 1,200 square foot stone and.
So you can find something that's comfortable for you to listen with. Okay. And we speeded it way up one time on one of the classes and it sounded like we were in the Wizard of Oz. But you can adjust it to something that you're comfortable with and can comprehend. Sometimes I do better if I slow things down. If it's something I really want to pay attention to and get, I'll slow it down a little bit because then it gives me more time to kind of burn it in my brain so that I won't forget it. Okay, so that comes when you click on the picture of the book that you're reading. And if you tap this little arrow here, it minimizes it again. And actually, here it is back down at the bottom. So I'm going to tap on the picture of it once again and see what these little dots up here at the top do. I'm not really sure. Usually the 3 dots will pull up more menus. So there you go. There's your more menu, player settings, button free, all of these things. If I finished it, I can actually mark it as finished so that it would go into my categories of already finished if I wanted to pull up the books that I had not already finished or I had finished. So that's what your 3 little dots do there. If I click on close at the bottom, it'll go back to where it was. And I'm going to click on this little driving icon up here and see what that is. I've never noticed that before. So very interesting. Not sure what I just did there, but at any rate, maybe it saved it or something like that. Interesting. I'll have to dig into that more. That's something new I've never noticed before. So I'm going to go back here and back to home on the app. Let me just open this up for questions. We've got about 15 minutes left. And let me just see what questions I can answer for anybody. Just going to open it up. Let me know what else I can show you or what else you need to know on here.
We have questions, a couple of questions in chat. Cindy?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, there's questions from Mia as well as Ruth.
Okay.
Can you check the chat? Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. How much memory does one of these take? Should I care not to get too many titles on my device at one time? I don't really know. I think that's probably something that would depend on each book. Not sure how you find that out on how much it takes, but let me see if I can find anything. You could always... let me see what I can find and follow up with that question. I don't really have an answer for you right off the bat here. Might be something that I can dig and find. And if so, I'll send it in the follow-up email. Let's see, a question here. Can you reload the same book once removed? You should, let's see. If you remove it from your library, can you reload it again? You should be able to. Again, let me make a note here. Re-add a book. You should be able to, especially since you've purchased a book. There may be many that you've purchased. You should certainly be able to access that book again. Your account should keep up with all of it, but I will follow up with that question too. Did I miss any? Is there any other questions out there that I missed? I think I've got those. What else can I answer or show to anybody?
Okay. I just put a question in chat about college textbook. Does Audible have those?
College textbooks, you're still cutting out with your sound. I don't see your message here. Lester, am I missing something? Here it is. Let me see what we got. Does Audible have college textbooks as part of their offerings? Do you know a title of a college textbook? We could look one up. Actually, let me. Okay. Let me just do a search. Let's see real quick. I know I'm not sharing my phone, but let me just do a search and put in college textbooks and see what comes up. It does look like, let me share again that screen and I'll show you what actually came up. Let's see here. I'm not seeing my screen. I don't think I'm mirroring anymore. Hang on one second. Okay, here's where I searched college textbooks. Hopefully y'all can all see that. And this is what it pulled up. So scrolling through here, I guess the answer to that then would be yes. Psychology, sociology. So I would think that yes, the answer would be yes. You would have to search for something specific, maybe that it was. These are all of the things that have come out so far when I just did college textbooks. So I would try, if you get your free trial and you can think of one, give it a try, Mia, and see if you can, if they actually have that. And I'll also do some research on that too and see what I can find out about college textbooks. If I can find anything else, I will put that in the follow-up email too. Good question, Mia. Anybody else? Other questions? Anything that I can answer for anybody?
We have one from Linda as well from the chat.
Okay. Okay. Linda, can you offload books to the cloud if your phone storage gets too full? You can back up anything that you have. So yes, I would think so. If you backed it up and with all of the books that you have on it, and then you delete them from your library, it still would be in your library on the cloud unless you did another backup. So I would think the answer to that would be yes. Okay. What else? I would strongly encourage everybody to try the free trial. And then once you do the free trial, let me get this off right here. Sorry, clean up my desktop here. Once you do the free trial, for the second month, they only add $7 to it. Since it's $14.99 a month, $14.95 a month. For the second month, you get the free trial, and then the second month is just another $7. So really, it's kind of like you're getting it half price for that second month when you officially sign up. Does that help? So I mean, it's kind of a little bit of a good deal. At least that's what's happened with me, because I went back and I did the free trial, and I'm now on the second month, and they charged me $7. That was all. Now going forward, it'll be $14.95. Okay. What else? There's so much stuff out there. I encourage you guys to get out there and look through it, and so much that's, that's for free. Never mind if you opt for the package that actually gives you a credit for once a month. I've got more than I can read forever, it seems, just from the free things from the Audible Plus, the Plus catalog, actually. So it's a really good app. I use it a lot when I'm outside. I do a lot of yard work. I go walking every afternoon with some friends in the neighborhood, listen to it as I can, with one ear while we're all chatting. But I also fall asleep with a lot of the podcasts. I use the podcast for a lot of that. I've not tried any of the meditation for falling asleep, but I think I'm going to do that soon just to see how well it works. Sometimes you get real busy in your mind, and it helps if you just have something else to focus on before you fall asleep. What else can I do for you guys about this? Any other last questions? I don't see anything.
I've also played it with Alexa.
Oh yes, and it does work with, yeah. I saw that in one of the, go ahead.
So I was just saying, listening to a book, before you go to bed or something like that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. I did see on that one link that I'm going to be sending you, where it had all the different topics and facts and stuff you can, like the help page. It did talk about how to hook it up with Alexa and how to work it with Alexa. It probably works with a Google Home and all of those other things too, I would imagine. Yeah. Was it very hard for you to hook it up, Teresa, to get it all set up? You're muted.
Not at all.
Okay, good. Just like everything else, and that's good.
Mhm.
Sometimes all these electronics can be kind of confusing. I know I have a Google Home and trying to get everything hooked up. And then I have the plugs that are actually, the electric plugs, and you can actually sync them with the Google Hub. And nowadays everything is an electric house, but I'll never
When I
get to
was
that
in
point.
the,
But
book
Go ahead.
club, and I was not going to be able to get finished with the book and I was doing housework, and we have Alexas all over in every room. I could listen to the book no matter where I was. So I was cooking or whatever, so I could finish the book in time.
That's one of the best things about all these new devices like that. Long time ago when you wanted to listen to music, the same music from room to room, you had to have like a fancy intercom system and everything. And now with your Alexa, you have the same thing all over the house. It's really handy. So that's good input, Teresa. Good to know. Anything else I can do for anybody with this? Get your free trial and get out there and play with it. And then come back as all the stuff that you learn, come back to a class and you can help us learn more stuff and help me better teach the class too. So give it a try. It's really a good thing. And I hope I didn't confuse you guys too much. Okay. Thank y'all so much for joining the class. I hope to see you on some of the other classes out there. Get set up.
Thank you. Very helpful.
Good. Thank y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.